Alright, hi guys. Quick market roundup, and after that we're gonna go into the privacy coins, Zcash and JP Morgan collaboration, and I'm gonna be talking about a phishing technique in the stock markets, or at least in the that are always used in the stock markets to accumulate more trading positions, more stocks. It's being applied to the cryptocurrency markets as well, and I think that it's a very, very valuable trading technique that we can ride upon. Okay, we can ride upon so that we can also accumulate more coins or more tokens of our favorite cryptocurrency with the same amount of money, right? So let's just go into the market roundup first, then we'll talk about all that later and go through the charts. Okay, so basically 77 billion as of now, and last 24 hours 4.5 billion has entered into the cryptocurrency markets. Of course, back and forth volume, meaning that there's a buy and sell also, and the BTC dominance now is at 47.1%. Bitcoin now is of course still sitting at 36.2 billion at roughly around 2,100 US dollars. Ethereum is at 15.9, reclaimed its second spot. Ripple is at 11.4 billion. Neem is at 2.3, Litecoin at 1.3 billion, and Ethereum Classic, my personal favorite, is coming and closing in at 1 billion. Okay, when I was doing this video and was talking about Ethereum Classic, posting about Ethereum Classic, it was around below 600 million. Now I'm very, very proud to say that my prediction that it's closing in on $10, well, you can't really read from this market because it's including the exchanges in Korea. In Korea, basically, it's a 10 to maybe 15% premium when you want to purchase Bitcoin, Ethereum, and even Classic, right? So that's why the price average is a little bit higher compared to you looking at it from Poloniex. And also it depends on the Bitcoin price as well. So Dash is at 879 million. Bitcoin is at 713 million. And Monero 530 million. And last but not least, Stellar Lumens at 505. Notable mentions is Dogecoin and Zcash, basically taking the spots from Golem and Steam and Augur, who were sitting at the 10th and 11th, 10, 11, 12 spot. So now 11, 12 and 13 spot. So Doge, Zcash, Golem are the ones, the honorable mentions below the 400 million market cap at the moment. Now, let's go into what happened to Zcash. Well, basically, there was the news that JP Morgan partners with Zcash on the blockchain security. So, guys, this was revealed on consensus during Consensus 2017. That created a lot of hype and caused Zcash to literally surge, right? Okay, so if you look at the chart, this is Zcash's chart, right? If you were in before the announcement for some reason, okay, and you would have this very, very strong spike. Let's see how much was that. Let's just take a look. How much was that? No one would, of course, always sell at the high, right? So let's just see. Okay, but let's just see for the sake of this video. Oh wow. Okay, 200%. 200% in 2 days. All right, 200% in 2 days. Amazing. And of course, naturally, it came down very, very quickly, and you would still be in the money at 87%. Not too bad. Okay. Now, so basically, the banks or the private banks are always very interested in keeping their money or the movement of their clients' money secret. Okay, as you know, we are using DLT technology, or which we're calling distributed ledger technology, where everybody can see everyone's transactions. Okay, when you go to blockchain.info, you go to Etherscan, or whichever coin you use, you would be able to see the transfer of money from one address to another. However, as a bank, you do not really want that. You want it to be in a privatized blockchain with permission, right? For now, ours are usually open source and anybody can access and build something upon that particular blockchain technology. Banks do not like that. Okay, banks want to keep their secrecy, and they basically use it because, well, let's just put it this way, there's a lot of money being moved around, and yeah, go and read up about it. I don't want to just put it out there on this video, but nonetheless, clients want to shift their money around the whole financial through from one bank to another, through financial instruments, and then out through another bank account somewhere. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. All right, so now basically I'm going to cover this very important trading tip, which is I would like to call it phishing, funneling. This is where you want to accumulate your cryptocurrencies with this strategy. So please pay attention. Now, you can't always do this, especially when the market is continuously running up, but you can do it when there is a range. So how does it work? So I'm going to put a link to in my description, where you can have a look at this post and read about it and try to understand it on how the hedge funds usually manipulate the markets. Now, of course, naturally, you can't do it within a single day. You have to have planned a certain price point that you would be willing to buy up all the way to and immediately dump at the end. Why do hedge funds do this, or a collective of private banks working with hedge funds come brokers? Because you want to create panic within the market. So us little guys will see, hey, there's a nice run up, and then suddenly there's this dump of 20 to 30% possible, especially in cryptocurrency markets, in a single day. So this is basically a build-up that could have been done probably weeks ahead, especially when the liquidity of when the market cap of a particular coin is getting larger. You need more planning. But if the liquidity of a particular coin is very low, you can do it within a matter of days. Okay, so you are actually, so let's say I'm a hedge fund, or I represent a group of hedge funds or brokers, right? I would have probably put my sell order, at a certain price ready, and I'll pre-plan it. Okay, then from then I would have to have created some kind of news to be able to allow the markets and myself to ride along until that dump comes. So when that dump comes, or that sell order comes, it's going to be very quick and very fast. And from then, I actually rinse and repeat. I am accumulating, I'm very willing to accumulate a certain token or cryptocurrency or stock at this price. Okay, so it's a range. It's definitely not at one price point. It's definitely at a range. It's a range. So say, for example, Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic was having this happen in a few price points. At $4.50 to $5, it was happening. At $6 to $7, it was happening. Now it's happening again at around probably the $8 region as well. So let me just go to the charts, and then I'll explain it a little bit further in detail. Okay, so let's go to the chart. Oops, sorry. Okay, so these are my 1 day. Let's go to 1 day first. So see, so if you notice, right, there are these buy-ups and then a very quick dump. These buy-ups and very quick dump. Yes, it can be a correction, but if you see the run-up here, and then few days later you see a huge sell down, okay, basically this is where that person or those people or that organization was accumulating. They were very comfortable to accumulate at this price. Okay, so obviously now it's the same thing happening around here again, where you can capitalize as well. So what do I mean? How do you capitalize on it? Now, if you know that you are holding Ethereum Classic, now those who are holding, they will not need to bother about this and how it's being manipulated. You just buy and hold. But for people who want to take profit and accumulate with the same amount of money, okay, let's say, for example, I entered at 310,000 Satoshis. I came in around here. So I'm actually very, very comfortable to even let it go around here and come back again, say around here. So my premium my premium when I sell off here and buy back here is this spread. Okay, so this is my spread, right? Because I have the opportunity of buying back cheaper. I accumulate more Ethereum Classic tokens with the same amount of money. All I am paying is the maker taker fee, which is at the moment 0.15, and when I take profit is 0.25. So that's a total of 0.4%. That's really negligible. Sorry, a little bit tongue-tied. So when you see an opportunity like this, right? But of course, you notice the volumes are starting to get higher and it's, kind of trending upwards. But I would say that usually every solid round number, you're gonna see this accumulation. So like Ethereum Classic, for example, was hovering at about the $9, a little bit above the $9 region, maybe $9.50, and then it starts to sell down very heavily. Okay, now this means that the market is not ready for this new price point. So you're gonna have to see it around probably here to here. So 340,000 satoshis to about 400,000 satoshis. This is your range that you can try to accumulate. But of course, naturally, when you are let's say you bought in, let's say you bought in and it runs up, then you have to wait for the new consolidation level and then somehow try to anticipate where is the new peak. It's very difficult. I have never actually put a nice sell order at the peak and then it starts to sell down. Very rarely do I even get to do that. I'm actually someone who is very patient. Like I said, it's like a fishing technique, right? Because fishing, you're very, very patient. You set the bait, you set the trap, and if you're in the right kind of waters, you'll be able to catch that particular fish. And if you're you're going in at the right timing, you're going to have more of that particular fish. Okay, so I think those who do fishing, it's very popular. I personally don't do fishing, but roughly you get the idea of where I'm coming from. So this accumulation process allows people to use that same amount of money to accumulate their tokens, and it works for all coins, by the way. Okay, it works for all coins. So another mention that I want to mention is PIVX. So let's say, for example, right, if you want to do the same thing for PIVX, right now PIVX unfortunately is on a downtrend. Now, why am I looking at PIVX? Because one of my members or one of my subscribers, let's see what's his name. He gave me the suggestion to look at PIVX. So I gotta give him a shout out. Okay, so wait, let me see. Okay, yes, shout out to Jingis for looking for me looking at PIVX, right? For wanting me to look at PIVX, because I did mention that I want to look at coins that are below $1, okay, and below 200 million in terms of market cap. So PIVX is of course on Bittrex. I think it's available. I'm not sure whether it's available on other, but it's a privacy coin. So why I looked at it is for the fact that, okay, it's already below $1. The whole hype actually has kind of tapered off, and I would like to see a consolidation first rather than a continuous downtrend. It seems to be still on that sell down. It's not consolidated yet, so I wouldn't recommend going in yet. But I would say that you can look at it because it's a privacy coin. And at the same time also, privacy coins will come into play probably in the next third quarter to the fourth quarter, because banks definitely want to use privacy coins, guys. Okay, it's all about coin mixing, ring signature, ZK snarks. Okay, all these things are important. But of course, can they be adopted in the existing Litecoin and Ethereum Classic? Of course they can. But it's just that because these particular development teams focus on privacy, so usually they would gain the initial first movers advantage for the market share first. Okay, so okay, let's look at, okay, so Zcash I've done already. Now let's look at Monero. Okay, so Monero, same thing. You can use the fishing if you want, the fishing technique that I just mentioned, and ride on the momentum. So I would say that if you want to accumulate, you can consider doing a sell. Okay, like I said, this is for people who are not too emotionally attached to a coin, right? If you're emotionally attached, you should not be doing it. You should be holding it regardless of how the market fluctuates, right? Because you don't want to, because you know where the value is going to be in future. You don't want to speculate, and then after that you are, for example, out of position. Let's say you did this strategy, and you were taking profit. You took profit in BTC, for example, and you took profit in BTC. Okay, you're happy, and BTC appreciates. But then so does Monero, and Monero moves out of your price point, and you have to probably rebuy it at a higher level. So don't do it if you are, you believe in a project, but do it if, let's say, you have a portion. So like, for example, for myself, I have a portion of Ethereum Classic that I can use to build that position. And even if it gets converted to Bitcoins or realized in terms of Bitcoins, I'm cool with it, because as I mentioned, this was entered at 310,000 Satoshis. If I manage to sell at 435,000 Satoshis, I have already made a very, very nice profit, and I have a chance to re-enter at a lower level. Probably I'll try to catch it at 350,000 Satoshis or 380,000 Satoshis, where I actually can get more. So you will see that my Ethereum Classic tokens units will actually increase, right? And God willing, I can actually have more when it flies to the $10 and $15 level when they announce their Emerald wallet, because that's going to be another spike again. And end of the year, there's going to, I think along the way, before the end of the year, there's going to be the implementation of the hard cap, right? That means it's going to be maximum total in circulation, I think no more than 230 million Ethereum Classic tokens. So I just want to accumulate as much Ethereum Classic tokens, but with the same amount of money. So those who are starting off, especially, you don't really know how to you don't want to commit too much. This is a very good way of accumulating tokens. It applies for Bitcoin as well. However, Bitcoin is just continuously running up, so it's very hard to allow this kind of play, because you need a very nice consolidation. And the wider the range, guys, I tell you, the more the profits, right? If you have something flat, okay, let me show you something flat. Okay, I'll go to Litecoin. Litecoin is flat, okay? Now, if you go to something flat like Litecoin, okay, sorry, Litecoin is currently on a downtrend, but if you notice, the range is not attractive. You get what I'm saying? The range is not attractive. Let's say you look at 1.3 million Satoshis to 1.4 million Satoshis. That's not, there's no meat in terms of wanting to take profits. Yes, if you have a very large account, that range is still decent. But if you have a very small account, then you want to have a coin that has a wider range, a larger swing. Okay? So with that being said, let's take a look at, last but not least, how's my portfolio doing, right? Remember in my past videos, I actually mentioned that I started out with $2,800 just to show people a simple buy and sell and hold strategy without using the trading markets. But I have a list of cryptocurrency programs that I use to build my Bitcoin positions, and I use whatever that is within the Exodus IO offerings. Okay, so in this case, let me just for the folks that are very new to this. So Exodus.io has these 6 tokens that you can use. For me, somehow the update is not. Apparently there is supposed to be Augur, but maybe I need to go and go to the site and update it or something. So basically there are a total of 7, and Bitcoin and Ethereum will always be there. And then from then you can have Dash, Doge, Golem, and Litecoin. Okay, so now my portfolio started out in total value $2,800 US in terms of value. Probably I put in 3,000 and then the thing dropped. But so far from the 16th of May till the 23rd of May, I have managed to accumulate, or at least it's now having a value of 9.1k, which is not too bad, right? Okay, so because what happened? Ethereum Classic went up. I made a small trade on Golem and I sold it back to BTC. I bought into Litecoin. I actually added positions to Litecoin, especially when it dropped to about $23. and I bought Litecoin around the $25 price point. I'm still going to accumulate more Litecoin. And now I missed out on Dash, guys. I'll be very honest with you. I actually had a video that stated 22nd to the 28th of May, and I gave the signal, or at least recommendation, to purchase Dash at $100 and Litecoin at around the $25 range, which I have done. But I missed out on Dash because I was contemplating between having Bitcoin to buy gold or Bitcoin to buy Dash, and I should have done that because Dash is now actually last night it went up to $125, $125 US, and now of course it kind of corrected. It's about 113, but that's 11% or at least 13% increase from when I saw it yesterday around the $98 and $99 region. So, but it's okay because I have these programs that are supplementing my Bitcoins. So if you look at my wallet, I will always have these little, payments of Bitcoin coming in from those programs that will help me to build this Bitcoin investment base, so I can go and purchase whatever tokens I want. Of course, naturally, you don't have to stick to this strategy. I'm just giving you a very layman. You can take this Bitcoin that you earn from those programs and, transfer it to the exchanges and start accumulating. Now, some of my programs are on mining, some are on they are high yield investment programs that pay out daily. Of course, naturally there's a varying risk involved, so please pick the ones that you are the most comfortable with. And also just bear in mind, these are third-party platforms just like anything else, and they run risk of closing down and so on and so forth. But use them wisely. Those that are the most conservative are the mining and the ones with the lowest returns. Then of course the ones with the highest returns will give you the fastest rate of return, but don't forget that they may go anytime, so just bear in mind, take a pick whichever you want, and go in with that mindset that, okay, I'm investing, I'm willing to take a risk, but at the same time, because I want to participate in the cryptocurrency markets, this could be a way of leveraging and accumulating Bitcoins or Ethereum for you to actually buy into other coins that you like Litecoin and a Doge or Dash or Zcash or whatever you like, right? Because you need Bitcoin and Ethereum as a base currency, or enough of it, to participate in this current market. Okay, so with that being said, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to also give me some suggestions on altcoins that you would like me to cover. And like I said, God bless, and make sure you have a look at those list of programs and let me know. Let me know how you fared after maybe end of June. Have you actually increased in terms of your overall portfolio from this strategy? Did you capitalize on the phishing technique I mentioned and you managed to accumulate more of your favorite tokens? Let me know, guys. Okay, so God bless, have a good day.